Hey, good morning. This morning, our officers responded to a report of multiple people shot here in Glenview Gardens. The investigation revealed that a father, a 44-year-old, had shot his three children. The three children, one is deceased. The other two have been transferred to Detroit area hospitals. They're listed in critical condition at this point. We have the father in custody. He's cooperating with the investigation, has made statements assisting us with this investigation at this point.
So I know you can't say too much in terms of the motive behind it, but do you have any idea what kind of happened inside the apartment?
I can't really give any details on that right now. The investigators are still working the case, still talking with the father and working through that part.
Can you kind of walk us through just the timeline of what happened and who was inside the home and what happened?
So it's a family home. During the incident, there's a 20-year-old son and the mother were able to wrestle with the father during the shooting and prevent anything further from happening.
Has there been a history of any sort of domestic incidents at this apartment?
Still have to look into what our past calls. I'm not sure on that at this time.
How is everybody holding up right now? Obviously, this is a case involving three children that were shot. One has passed away, two in critical condition. I know it's tough on neighbors, on family members, and on investigators who are out here trying to piece this together.
Yeah, it's definitely tough on everyone. This, another senseless act of violence, just a heinous crime, just unthinkable to have this happen. But they seem to be holding up. If you work your way through it.
Was the father here when you arrived, or did you have to find him?
He was taken in custody here at the residence.
So he was inside the apartment when your officers got here?
Yes.
Do we know where the other children are being taken specifically?
No, I don't know the specific hospitals.
But
no.
Detroit area hospitals.
Detroit area hospitals. Yep.
Okay.
When investigators arrive on scene and you hear, we heard several calls of 911 saying there was a shooting, but you arrive on scene learning kids are involved, allegedly domestic violence incident. Does that change protocol for you guys?
No, it doesn't really change protocol. It's harder to deal with when it's kids. Obviously, it's not the kind of scenes that you're used to dealing with, but it doesn't really change our protocol. The officers responded, they get inside, make sure it's secure, start rendering aid to the victims. We have the assistance of the state police, the county sheriff. They came and assist with us. Tri-Hospital EMS and our fire department responded in, started rendering aid and taking the victims to the hospitals and getting them treated.
Hearing some rumors that this could have been the property manager of the apartment complex. Are you hearing anything like that?
I don't know that.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of investigators spending some time outside the units and kind of the wooded area back there. Is there anything else that they're trying to piece together, or was it all inside the unit?
No, mostly what you're seeing right now is scene security. So we're waiting for the Michigan State Police Crime Lab to come in. They're going to assist us with investigating the scene inside the residence, and we're also waiting to get our search warrant to go inside. So they're just making sure that they're protecting the crime scene right now.
Chief, do you remember another time when you've dealt with something to this magnitude, a tragedy of this magnitude involving so many children?
I can't name one right off the top of my head. 26 years in law enforcement, we see a lot of things, but something like this where domestic related, where the father, is tragic. I don't know that I've seen something exactly like that before. No.
Go ahead,
I imagine there'll be support services for your officers. Something like this is so traumatic on everyone.
Yeah, fortunately, we partner with our community mental health. They have a liaison that works right in our police department, so she's already been working with our officers. She's working with our dispatch taker, our call takers that took the original calls. She's out there right now debriefing with them, and she'll be working with our staff as well as the mother, the other victims of this case, and going through it. So for sure.
Now the other two, the 13 and 12-year-old are in critical condition. Any insight into if you think they're going to survive or not at this point?
Yeah, as far as I know right now, critical condition. They have a prognosis of surviving.
Chief, just recently, shooting in Colorado, the shooting in Utah, shooting here. Any message to those gun owners here in Port Huron or in Michigan?
Yeah, more it's just, if you're having mental health issues, if you're having problems, seek the help before you let it rise to this level. It's just a tragic incident that doesn't have to happen.
Again, I know it's very early, but do you have any indication of the why? Was this a mental health situation?
The investigators are working through that right now and talking with everybody and kind of trying to put it together. But I don't have a exact answer to that. I don't know that we'll ever have a sensible answer to it at all. Anyway.
And who else is assisting you in this investigation?
Well, we have our St. Clair County Sheriff. We always work hand in hand with them. The Michigan State Police, Tri-Hospital EMS Fire Department is kind of our investigative team. Obviously, our prosecutor's office works very closely with us.
I know you kind of alluded to it, but can you kind of walk through the next steps for you? What do you and your team have to do now?
So right now it's just kind of piecing it together. So doing our investigation, doing our interviews, contacting witnesses, and just trying to put it together, get the facts, and review it with our prosecutor's office, and kind of go from there with it.
Just a lot of healing is going to need to
Yeah, a
take
lot of
place.
healing in the community. This doesn't just touch the family. It's going to be this whole community here. It touches our schools. It touches everybody. So just kind of working through that with everybody and trying to recover from it and move on to the next steps, right?
Do you know how long they've been residents here at the apartment complex?
I do not know.
Okay. Chief, anything else you want to say, or any messages for your community at this point?
No, I would suggest if you need help, reach out. This kind of senseless, tragic acts of violence, they don't need to happen. And there's help out there for everybody, for whatever you're going through. It doesn't have to come down to this.